Well, folks, I've been gone a few days to Farm Aid, and now I'm going to have to ask you to pull up a chair because I got a story for you that's harder to swallow than day old cornbread. It turns out while the rest of us are pinching pennies during this Trump economy, there's some mighty big deals going on between the Trump family, the United Arab Emirates, and a pile of high tech computer chips. So here's what the New York Times and Democracy Now! Have reported just in the last few days. Back in May of this year, a leader of the UAE dropped $2 billion into a new cryptocurrency outfit called World Liberty Financial. And wouldn't you know it, that company is tied up with the Trump family and their business partner, Steve Witkoff, who also happens to be serving as Trump's special envoy in the Middle East. Now, here's where it gets really sticky. Just a few days after that cash rolled into Trump's accounts, the Trump administration signed off on letting the UAE buy hundreds of thousands of advanced AI microcomputer chips, the kind folks in national security here in the United States worry could slip over to China if we're not careful. Nobody's come out and said there's a signed contract tying the money to the chips, but the timing, well, let's just say it's raising eyebrows all over the world. One policy expert here in the United States even said, if this is true, this is the largest public corruption scandal in the history of the United States, and it's not even close. I think most of us would say it's just another week, right? So what does this mean for the rest of us? First off, it sure looks like a conflict of interest when foreign billionaires invest in the president's family companies right before they get the green light on sensitive technology. Second, there are national security concerns. These chips aren't toys, they're powerful artificial intelligence. If they end up in the wrong hands like China, that could spell real trouble for us here in the United States. And finally, it's about trust. Even if everything was technically legal, the appearance of back scratching between political families and foreign governments just continues to chip away at the already horrible faith we have in our government. Now, nobody's proven a crime here, but I guess we'll all know how this looks. When $2 billion shows up right after a risky technology deal gets waved through, well, that dog won't hunt in rural America. So what happens next? Probably some investigations, maybe a lot of finger pointing, but for regular Americans out here in the heartland, it's just one more reason to keep our eyes open and demand honest transparency and plain old fairness from the folks running this country. So the story's still unfolding, but if you ask me, it's a good reminder that sunshine is the best disinfectant. Everybody have a great day.